Newcastle, England's summer of 1968. While most families were looking forward to vacations, the town of Scotswood was gripped by fear. Two innocent children mysteriously lost their lives. Rumors spread of a dangerous killer on the loose. But the truth shocked the entire nation. The murderer wasn't a hardened criminal. It was an 11-year-old girl. Her name was Mary Flora Bell, the youngest killer in modern British history. Mary Bell was born on May 26, 1957, in Newcastle. Her mother, Betty, was only 17, a well-known prostitute who was often away from home. Mary's biological father was never identified, but the man she called her dad, Billy Bell, was an alcoholic thief who had been arrested multiple times. According to relatives, when Mary was born, her mother coldly told the nurse, "Take this thing away from me." Mary grew up neglected and suffered from strange accidents, such as swallowing sleeping pills and falling from windows. Relatives suspected her own mother may have been responsible. Neighbors often witnessed Betty screaming at her daughter in public. During the 1960s, Scotswood was a poor working-class district full of rundown houses. Children usually played in abandoned buildings or empty lots, the very places where tragedy would later unfold. From a young age, Mary showed disturbing behavior, quick temper, bullying classmates, and even trying to strangle other children at the playground. Some parents reported her to police, but officers brushed it off as childish misbehavior. One schoolmate recalled, "When Mary suddenly went quiet and her eyes widened, we all knew someone was about to get hurt." Mary had few friends, but she grew close to 13-year-old Norma Joyce Bell, no relation. Norma had developmental delays, was easily manipulated, and often obeyed Mary's commands. Together, the two became feared by children in the neighborhood. On May 11, 1968, a 3-year-old boy was found dazed and bleeding from the head near an old air raid shelter. He told adults he had been playing with Mary and Norma before being pushed from the roof. That same evening, parents of 3 young girls reported that someone had tried to strangle their children at the playground. Norma admitted Mary was responsible and even asked police, "If you strangle someone, do they die?" But because they were so young, police only issued a warning. This mistake would cost 2 lives in the months ahead. On May 25, 1968, just one day before Mary's 11th birthday, 4-year-old Martin Brown was found dead inside an abandoned house at 85 St. Margaret's Road. His body was discovered by 3 children. Martin lay on his back with arms stretched above his head, blood and foam around his mouth. A local worker, John Hall, tried to revive him but failed. Chillingly, as Hall attempted CPR, Mary and Norma appeared at the doorway, calmly watching. After being told to leave, the girls went straight to Martin's aunt's house and delivered the news coldly. "A boy's had an accident. We think it's Martin, but we're not sure. There's too much blood." The first autopsy could not determine the cause of death, and police wrote it off as an accident. The case quickly faded until the horror escalated. Days later, Mary went to Martin's home, telling his mother she wanted to see him. When June Brown explained her son had died, Mary replied, "Oh, I know he's dead, but I want to see him in his coffin." On May 26th, Mary's birthday, she and Norma broke into a nursery school, vandalized the place, and scribbled disturbing messages on the walls. "We killed Martin Brown, you bastards. A murder so that I may come back." Police dismissed it as a prank. Once again, they failed to stop her. On July 31st, 1968, 3-year-old Brian Howe played outside with his brother, the family dog, and Mary and Norma. That night, Brian never came home. By 11 p.m., searchers found his body in a wasteland called Tin Lizzie. He had been strangled. His hair was cut. Wounds marked his body. The letter M was carved into his belly, and a broken pair of scissors lay nearby. The coroner concluded the killer had to be a child. The force used was too weak for an adult. More chilling still, Mary later admitted she wanted Brian's brother to be the one who found the body, so the trauma would haunt him forever. Brian's death launched a massive investigation. Over 100 detectives involved, 1,200 children questioned. Mary and Norma were among the last to be interviewed. At first, they denied everything. But Mary slipped. She mentioned the broken scissors, a detail police had never released. Detective James Dobson became convinced Mary was the killer. On August 4th, Norma confessed that Mary had led her to the crime scene and even reenacted the strangling. Fibers from the girl's clothes matched evidence on the body. On December 5th, 1968, both Mary and Norma went to trial. The shocking trial. At Newcastle Assizes Court, the room was packed with reporters and onlookers. The two girls sat flanked by police. Mary denied everything, blaming Norma. Norma accused Mary of masterminding it all. The press dubbed it the trial of lies. Psychologists diagnosed Mary with a severe personality disorder, manipulative tendencies, and lack of remorse. After just 3 hours of deliberation, the jury delivered its verdict. Norma was acquitted. Mary was convicted of manslaughter due to diminished responsibility. The judge declared Mary a danger to other children. Mary was locked up in various youth detention centers. In 1977, she escaped and shocked the press when found living with a man in Blackpool. In 1980, after 12 years, she was released at age 23. The government gave her a new identity and the chance to start over. To this day, Mary Bell's exact whereabouts remain secret. Some claim she returned to Tyneside under her protected identity. Her story remains one of Britain's most disturbing cases, raising a haunting question: are killers born? Or are they shaped by childhood trauma and environment? Mary Bell, the innocent face hiding a monstrous truth, will forever symbolize a child's mask over pure evil.